Welcome back, YouTube. It's Rob A again, and it's time to continue our little kind of tutorial series about on painting a Nerf gun. And at this point, we did in the last episode we did our base coat, as you can see, our base coat. And between videos, I've gone ahead and just did some. I masked this area off and just did a quick coat of the bronze on here. Unfortunately, I totally forgot to take the paint off of this little bit here, so when I put the gold or bronze paint on, it did get me a little bit of the lizard skin, the cracking on there. But actually, that kind of looks cool, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna worry about that. You can take the paints off if you want with like a paint remover, you know, paint thinner sort of thing like that. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just gonna kind of leave it as is. So we have our two halves here, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to start on the detailing work. And for the detailing, I'm just going to leave this mostly black. I'm going to add some more little bits of color, little metallic colors in probably. But for now, I just want to weather all of the black parts. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to show you just basically how to do that. Super simple. The real key to this sort of thing, the custom painting and all that, it's not as much skill as it is patience. You just really have to have a lot of patience to do this stuff. So we're just going to go with a standard, just silver. Make sure you have a little cup. It doesn't have to have Pikachu on it, but you know, it helps. Just some water to clean your brush. And we're just going to start out. This is just a silver acrylic. We're just going to go pop a little bit of that onto a paper plate. And I'm going to grab my fancy schmancy aging brush. This is actually a newer one. I have an older one. Maybe I'll even use this one. This one's a little bit older. But as you can see, it's pretty chewed up. It's pretty wrecked, and that's good. That's kind of how I want it. So what you want to do for this sort of thing is get the stiffest brush you can find, just a real stiff bristled brush. You can even cut it down if you want. I cut this one down probably a couple of times at this point. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to get just the tip into the silver paint, and you're just going to dab it on your plate or whatever, your palette, whatever you got. Just to get most of the silver paint off. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to dry brush. So you're just going to kind of pick an edge, kind of go along the edge with the silver, just like so, just very lightly, nothing crazy. So just to kind of pick up the edge of that line, and then you just kind of bring it in real light, just to kind of get some little scraping in there. And for this sort of thing, you can just kind of wiggle the brush back and forth, and that'll just start to pick out the details just like that. Really simple. And then after that, you want to make sure you do this before you go in and paint in your screws and whatever else you want, because you want to make sure that those I mean, you may want to weather those as well, but you may want to do it with a different color, or you know, whatever. So yeah, just kind of do that across the whole thing, and that's really it. It's just kind of time consuming, and when you start to get real light like that, when it stops looking silver and just starts looking gray, you just dab back into your paint a little more and just get a little bit more paint back on the brush there. And that is pretty much all there is to it right there. So yeah, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the aging work on this, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay guys, so I finished up this side, and basically I just did the black. I didn't do any, or I did a little bit of the handle here, but I think I'm gonna actually put like a wood, kind of a brown wood color, and then I'm gonna paint the wrappings on here as well. So I didn't do that, but the rest of it's pretty well done, and you can see it came out fairly nicely. So yeah, so the next thing we're gonna do is age this up a little bit. I did add a little bit of silver, but in general it doesn't look all that great. So what I'm going to do for that is I have a little bit of wrought iron, and we're going to use that a little bit to just to kind of age that up. Just a little dollop of that there. And I don't want to do too much of this because it's very dark. You don't want to do just a straight black because then it'll end up looking kind of a bit too artificially artificial. This one's got a little bit of green in it, so it's got a little bit more of a kind of a rust color. You just want to kind of go over it like so. Just kind of give it a little bit of an oily, like an oil rubbed kind of color. And it's okay if you get a little too much in there, you just spread it around. See, and then you're starting to bring out. You're bringing out the lines a little bit in the detailing with the color. It gets into all the cracks and crevices, and really makes it look, nice and not as manufactured, There we go. I think that looks pretty decent. And if you wanted to, you could even add another, just another shade of kind of bronze. This one I think is called Sahara Gold, metallic Sahara Gold. Just add a little bit of that. Woo. This is kind of the same thing I'm going to do for the trigger and all those other pieces that use the same bronze color, so everything kind of matches up. And be sure you're getting like all the parts where you'd hold the gun. Make sure those definitely get a little bit of wear. Because those are the parts that get the most wear in real life. So I added a little bit extra under here, like where your finger would rub against, and all that sort of thing. So just things to keep in mind. And then once you're satisfied with that, you can start adding in, and we have our little Sahara Gold, but I think we're gonna switch over to maybe an Emperor's Gold. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to get a smaller brush. Okay guys, so I've gone and gotten a little, smaller detailing brush. This one's a little bit on the teensy side. Just going to grab some more of this, maybe I'll do Silver Anniversary. It's not quite as like silvery silver. It's a little more just straight, less glittery, more kind of metallic sheen. We'll just have to see how it looks. This time I'm not going to dry brush it, but I am going to get as much paint off the brush as possible because I just want to start in small amounts and just kind of go over the larger screws. You just want to have a light touch with this, because you know you can always add more paint. You can't, you know, it's a lot harder to take paint away once you've put it on there. So, and don't be upset if it doesn't look like you got a whole coat on the first time. It's quite alright. Just let it dry and go over it. So it's the best thing you can do, is just be patient with this. Takes a while, but you know, the results are worth it. They're usually come out really cool. You know, don't be concerned if you get a little bit on the side there, because you can just scrape the paint off of your brush. Just gonna go in there, do that. You can even rub it with your finger, because the good thing about using a spray paint for your base coat is that the acrylic, you know, until it's dry, it's not gonna wet the paint that's underneath it. So it's not gonna smudge, it's not gonna smear. You can just wipe it right off if you need to. So basically just like that. And then, you know, any other details you want to add in, you just start to do the same thing. Just add them in the same way. So I think in the next episode, I'm going to finish this up for now. And in the next episode, we're gonna do the detailing on these internal parts. Hopefully finish up the detailing here, and then get this bad boy back together. We're going to see what we come up with. Maybe, well, I don't know. We'll see how long this thing takes. I have a feeling the handle and the wrapping are probably going to be a little time consuming, but we'll see what happens in the next one, guys. I want to thank you very much for watching this episode. Thanks for watching my video in general. If you enjoyed it, found it informative, whatever, give me a like button, and you know, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So for now, keep on painting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.